Hey YouTube, welcome back to the Anti-Hero Association. Thanks for joining us today as we discuss the basics of silver rounds. We're going to define what a silver round is, talk about a couple different types and varieties, and then we'll go through some of the advantages and disadvantages when it comes to silver rounds. And at the end, we're going to do a little unboxing. But first, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It really helps us out. And if you can, please smash that like button. That's going to help YouTube recommend this video to others. So when we get into the basics, first you have to define what a silver round is. And by definition, that's a non-legal tender silver coin-like piece of pure silver. So I cut that definition down just a little bit. But breaking that down, when we say non-legal tender, that means it is not minted by a sovereign government. So there is no monetary or face value attached to these coin-like units of silver. And by coin-like, you're going to think that these look like coins. The average person might consider this to be a coin itself, but it has the appearance of a coin, but because it's not minted by a government, that's why we say coin-like. And pure silver. All of these coins, coin-like, just testing you there. All of these rounds are going to state the purity. So pure silver, it's usually going to be 99.9 or 0.999 fine. We've got a couple buffaloes here that are 4.9s fine. That's not a very distinct difference for me. There are some people that do prefer 4.9s fine silver, but makes no difference to me here. Now, we've got several different varieties of rounds, but most commonly they come in the 1 ounce unit of measurement. Now, you can see they do make some fractionals here, have a 1/2 ounce, 1/10 ounce rounds. Those are going to carry a higher premium. It's going to be more expensive per ounce of silver if you get 10 of these versus 1 regular ounce. That takes the same amount of manpower to produce and to ship the individual fractional pieces compared to the higher weights. I don't have any 5 or 10 ounce rounds. They might make bigger as well. I typically stack with the 1 ounce, but you can get a little more bang for your buck if you go after a 10 ounce round. Perhaps it might be harder to sell as well if that is part of your goal. So I like to stick with the 1 ounce rounds, keep it simple. And when it comes to type, I try to break this out into a couple different categories. There might be a few more, but I like to keep it simple if I can. And here we have the generics. You're going to get your generics in bulk sometimes. Republic Metals here, I got this on, I was buying random 1 ounce rounds. I did not know what they would be. I think that's where I got this A mark here too. In the same lot, I just bought 10 random 1 ounce rounds. I didn't know what variety I was going to get. Varying condition here. But the cheapest or most inexpensive option is usually the generics. Now, I'm going to dive into what I call the premium generics, and that could be debatable depending on who you're talking to, whether you consider a Buffalo premium. But for me, it's premium because it is recognizable. Anyone who stacks metals is going to know what a Buffalo is. They're going to know what a Sunshine round is. And actually, one of my local coin shops considers Sunshine Rounds premium silver and charges a little bit more. And they have a little mint ID there. I don't have the decoder lens. Very shiny. You actually use the same. These are the silver blanks, or one of the providers of silver blanks to the U.S. Mint. So the same silver that you get in an American Silver Eagles here. You've got to be careful with this one. Silvertown round, very shiny. This might be a buck or two more than a generic round here. It just depends, but you can have a lot of people like those designs there. But these are going to be more recognizable generally. For me, that carries a premium, but also a premium for me, not in the sense of you're paying out the nose. Then you have your premium rounds. This could be there could be a few different types of premium rounds. They could be a limited edition. They could be very artistic. They have vintage rounds. I don't actually have any there here, but you might pay more for a vintage, older variety that's not in production anymore. You might get you can get political rounds. This is not a political channel. I think my Boston Tea Party here is the most political, the only political round that I have. But you get the artistic variety too, because it's not a government that's approving these designs. I don't know much about this round here. I really liked the horse, the Pegasus there. That really caught my eye. The prospectors, they're really cool as well. I saw these were sold out on a lot of sites. I think I saw one for about $40 on eBay. So you are paying a little more here. When it comes to artistic, Intaglio has some limited edition, or they have a small number of, they have a certain number that they provide, that they mint each year. But the Kraken has some Game of Thrones references in there, which I really like, and just stunning detail. But again, you're going to pay a little more for this. But if you like elephants, there's a round for you. If you have children, nieces or nephews, they like a certain animal, you're gonna have all type of options here. Dragons are a big one. I actually got this peanuts round. I got it for my wife for Valentine's. I know that's very self-serving, but it did go over well. Here we have a Germania. This is my favorite, one of the favorite coin-like items that I have. Amazing detail, and yes, it says 5 marks on there. It is actually a round. Wonderful detail there. That did actually come with a certificate of authenticity. But again, I am going to have to pay somewhere. These Germanias are $50 on AppMex today, but it's 1 ounce of silver. So we'll talk a little bit more about that aspect of it. But there's a huge variety. If you are passionate about something, you could probably find a unit. You could probably find a round that fits that hobby or passion. But I actually thought rounds were kind of lame when I got serious about my silver and gold venture. But I was focusing on the disadvantages, which we'll cover. But first, a lot of the advantages that I have, and now it's okay to touch them. I'm wearing gloves right now, but it is okay to touch them. You don't want to purposely try to get fingerprints on there, but you can pick these up, get a little riff. It's okay if they clank together. When you are ordering these maybe online, maybe from a private party, and you can't actually inspect the round before getting it, if it shows up and it's got a couple scratches, here we had some spotting on there, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. I've ordered bullion and coins, and it shows up with a little scratch. There's not a lot you can do about it if it's a small abrasion, but this really doesn't, it doesn't destroy the value. You do want them to be presentable, but that's to me an advantage. And then we kind of covered this, but options, again, any type of animal, period of time, um, political. A lot of people love the political rounds. Some people don't like the new variety of the American Silver Eagle, or people don't like to stack things that have the queen. They don't like to stack coins that have the queen on them. This gives you more options. But the biggest advantage is the price. So sorry about the camera there. The price is the biggest advantage. So today, spot is 24.72. So just under $25. If I were going to get a Silver Eagle today, random year, Silver Eagle would cost me just under $36. So that's $12 over spot price, a $12 premium just to get the same 1 ounce of silver. If I were getting a maple, it'd be $31.87. So a $7 premium over spot price just for a maple. And here's actually one of the, I made this a pocket coin, but this maple had, hard to tell, some little scratches there when I got it. And I was just a little sad. It was one of my first maples, but I wouldn't be as bent out of shape with silver round and it having been scratched. These generics, random design generics, are about $29.76, so that's a $5 premium. Those random generics are usually going to be your best bet for price, but sometimes you can find the Sunshines, the Buffaloes at a lower price. Today I actually saw Acai. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but one of the other premium, what I call the premium generics, those are actually 29 and a quarter. So less than $5 premium for each round. Some of the lowest cost silver that you can get. So that's a huge advantage. So when we talk the disadvantages, the first one is that they're just not that recognizable. If you had to spot a fake, it might be harder to on a silver round. They don't always have the security features that, Sunshine aside, they don't have the security features. They're not backed by a government, so it's not as big of an offense, I believe, to fake a silver round compared to faking actual currency. And that was daunting for me, especially if I was buying private party. And I acquired a lot of my silver through Facebook groups. They have Instagram, or there's even Reddit where you can get silver. And if you're getting around, it might be easier to fake. I had less confidence when I was purchasing them. That is one advantage to getting something a little more recognizable. But at the same time, when it comes to these being easier to fake, you can do a few things. One of them is a scale. You want to make sure you get one that weighs out in troy ounces. So you can measure in troy ounces. You can measure in grams. You can get a pack of for about $5 at your local hardware store or Home Depot. I got mine. They're called rare earth neodymium magnets. They've got one right here, and they are not going to stick. So let's grab a buffalo here. Um, the fake ones, the magnets will stick right to. Now silver does have some magnetic properties, so it does kind of slide across the top, but you can just stick a magnet on as a quick test, less than $1 a piece, and these are actually pretty powerful magnets, so you do want to be careful with them, but they do fix to metal right away. But they'll have a little bit of a slide. They won't be magnetic. So that's a way I like to test. So that was $5. Kitchen scale that I picked up, $18. They have the ping test, so you can download an accompanying app and come out, test the frequency there. And putting a lot of those together, you can avoid buying a Sigma tester, which is a little more expensive. A great option. I'd love to have one someday, but when it comes down to it, I can combine some more inexpensive options. I can't remember if I said the ping test from Sound Money Metals was about under $20 or right around there. So those combinations I'm able to validate good enough for the amount that I'm buying, but I'm able to validate my metals. Another thing too, coin shops will generally be able to help you. I've talked to some coin shops that have beyond a Sigma, they have a little gun that they just point at the coin and it or metal and it tells you exactly what it is. They say they charge $1 per object that you're testing out, but if it's just a couple, they might just do it for free. If you're nice to them, they'll help you out. They could help you validate that. One of the other disadvantages is when selling to a coin shop. Maybe I paid 35 or 40 for this Kraken. Now, I don't know if I don't sell my silver typically, but if I came in and tried to sell one of these to a coin shop, they might just say, we'll give you a spot. Maybe you were trying to sell Germania here. And again, I don't have much experience selling these, but any of these rounds, no matter what you paid for them, they might just give you a spot. So you would have to go and find someone who likes Krakens or likes Germania or knows exactly what they're buying in order to liquidate these. So I don't consider some of these super liquid, but I like to keep a balance of what I'm adding to my collection. So those are some disadvantages. What I prefer to stack for my collection, I do like to have some variety, and if something strikes my fancy from an artistic side, I like the Krakens are cool. Not obsessed with them, but if I see one and the price is right, I'll pick it up. But I like to focus on the premium generics. I am purchasing silver and gold as a way to as another store of wealth, a way to hedge against inflation. And for me, we can talk about this more in another video, but why I stack, I use it as a savings account, but this is a perfect time to say this is not investment advice. This is for your entertainment only. I strongly encourage anyone to do their research when it comes to spending your hard-earned dollars. But overall, I really enjoy the premium generics that are recognizable. I might pay a little bit more than the random generics, but I am focusing on adding those to my stack in 2022. So we'll be right back with an unboxing. All right, I had to clear a little bit of room so we can get to this unboxing. I'll take out my trusty Almar knife. It's a great gift from an uncle of mine. Should always cut away from you. I have a few cats in this household, and I prefer to control where the blade is going, but we're going to take a look. I might have spoiled this in the video itself, but let's see what it is that we got here. I'm keeping this under wraps so I could open it for you all. And this is misleading. I did order a couple tubes, storage tubes, so these are not all full. So sorry about that. I probably should have given some warning there. And we're gonna get a little better setup. So I got a couple extra tubes. I do enjoy ordering when tubes are an option on the site too. There are a lot of great resources to find coin storage options, but when I can pick these up, when I can pick these up on in the same purchase, combined shipping, I like to do that as well. So I would have practiced this unboxing, but then I wouldn't have been able to do it on video. So luckily I bought some extra tubes. Actually, I think they included this one. Sometimes it's you need to get 10 ounces. And can you see there? I picked up 7 sunshine rounds. You gotta be careful with these. These are shiny. And as I mentioned earlier, they have secret code written there. You can buy a little decoder. So these do have some security features. Another reason I like them, and didn't really spell that out in the advantages section, but these are widely recognizable. They carry a very low premium, easy to offload if I ever needed to. You know, you have the exact same silver that you're getting in an American Eagle. But overall, this is my focus. I'd like to fill up a tube of Buffaloes, a tube of Sunshines, a tube of Acais, and keep going down that path. So I'd love to share with you every time that I make a fun addition to the silver and gold stack, and I will keep you posted. But before you go, if you can, please do all those YouTube things: like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I drop a new vid. So again, thanks for checking out the Anti-Hero Association. Make it a good one.